Israel. It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. As you enter the chat, y'all make sure y'all master the like button. Put some pressure on that like button for me. So Jay Prince finally came forth on social media. He didn't do a press conference or anything like that, but he did a tweet or Instagram post sending his condolences for the death, untimely death of Takeoff. Ladies and gentlemen, this stuff is real mind-boggling at this point. That so many people lack common sense and so many people can't actually see what's going on. Now I'm going to read this particular post that he made. Now keep in mind, for those who don't know, it was either him or his son who orchestrated this private event that was star-studded, you know, with celebrities. It was him, right? So he waits 48 hours, almost 72 hours to be exact. He waits 72 hours to post up this emotional post that he did, which we're going to get into. Let's let the ambulance pass. Y'all know it was just the Day of the Dead. You know, November 1st was the Day of the Dead. They still cleaning up the streets right now. So y'all know this was a lot of Halloween rituals going on. So let's get this right. He waits 72 hours to even post in regards to the death of Takeoff. But when YBN got his chain snatched, right? Within 48 hours, he sent the APB out for a chain to find out who took this artist's chain. And guess what? He retrieved that chain. Yo, this is just made for TV. Man, if we don't see what's going on by now, ladies and gentlemen, this is crazy. Let me go into this. It's going to be so much I'm bringing out in this stream. Y'all going to be like, wow, Breed is really on it, bro. Y'all going to see I'm really on it. I'm really on to these damn people, bro. Look, more ambulance. Let's let them pass while I pull this up. Everybody thumb the video up, because this one right here is a doozy. Let me see. A lot of violence around Halloween. So much violence on Halloween. Matter of fact, in Philadelphia, did y'all hear about the 6 people that got shot on Halloween? Halloween night, to be exact. Somebody shot through a nightclub. Took out 6 people. Halloween night. Check it out on Philly. 6 people. And if I'm not mistaken, it was a lot of 666 numerology in the news brief that they showed as well. But check this out. Here goes Jay Prince. This is what he had to say. The so-called king of Texas. You know, all of the street people respect this guy, right? He goes on to say, the Prince family would like to send our condolences to the family and friends of a beautiful soul at Takeoff. The Houstonians, that's a new word. I guess all the people who live in Houston are Houstonians. And families around the world. This one breaks my heart because Takeoff was a brother, a son, a role model, and a God-loving human being. Grief is the price of love. Grief is the price of love. Very interesting. A bill from across the globe are paying right now. A billion people, I guess that's what he's trying to say. 1 billion people are mourning this loss all across the globe. I've been knowing Takeoff, Quavo, and Offset for many years. And there has been nothing but mutual love for one another. And that ain't going to ever change. When we are concerned This shouldn't have happened. This should have never happened in our city. So if you known these young brothers all of this time, you the king of Houston, it's your private party. You saying this never should have happened. Why haven't you issued out those mob ties to find out who actually did it? That's what we all want to know. It doesn't make sense that you send out mob ties for a chain, retrieve said chain in 48 hours, and you had this love and this camaraderie and this bond with these brothers, but you didn't send the mob ties to find out who pulled the trigger on this gentleman here, on Takeoff, on the rapper, right? Here's the thing. We see on social media what's going on. We can see that this is a game that y'all playing, and we know that there was a alleged sacrifice of Takeoff. We can see that. It ain't nothing you can really say to be able to change that. We believe everybody is in on it at this point, and I'm gonna give you reasons why a little bit later on during this. He goes on to say, this should have never happened in our city. This shouldn't have been recorded. And this damn sure shouldn't be circulating across social media for family, friends, and fans to see. This shouldn't have been recorded. Still, we not going to take to the streets, and we're not going to find out who this is because the police haven't brought anybody to justice yet. And we're going to take matters into our own hands and figure out what's going on in the streets. Nah, this shouldn't have been recorded. So I think at this point, we're looking at a lot of damage control. They upset that there's footage out of Quavo walking past the actual alleged shooter while his nephew is on the opposite direction. Yeah. That telling footage, which makes everybody who stepped forth and claim they saw something, that makes them liars. That makes them liars. Everybody who came forth and had something to say is proven to be liars based on the footage. And he goes on to say this should have never been recorded. Well, it should have been recorded because we want the evidence to be brought forth, so his untimely death should have been brought to justice. There should have been cameras in that building to record it. We want that type of surveillance to make sure if something like this happens, we can bring the killers to justice. Right? This should have never been recorded, is what this man say. Y'all better, man, pay attention, right? This should have never have ever happened in our city. This shouldn't have been recorded. And this damn sure shouldn't be circulating across social media for family, friends, and fans to see. So you don't want people to see the sacrifice, alleged sacrifice. As I write this, I'm angry about the lack of love and respect we have for one another as a race, which keeps bringing us back to the same tragic place of black on black killings. They say, check this out, they say that Satan is the author of confusion. And right now, there are a lot of lies and false narratives being spread by media whores. There are a lot of lies and narratives being spread by quote unquote media whores. He says Satan is the author of confusion. When the Migo gang, dropped a song called Messy. And everything that has happened after the death of this brother has been nothing short of messy. Chaotic, if you will. And automatically, he's pointing the finger at what he deems media whores. He's talking about the people who have common sense. He's talking about the people who are bringing some truth to the table. He's talking about the people who are actually more concerned about how this young man lost his life than he seems to be. He's calling us media whores because we have questions. After somebody has been taken out abruptly, we want to know what happened. But you want to point the finger at those who are covering the stories? Listen, don't believe nothing that these celebrities say. Don't believe nothing that these record execs, these producers, don't believe nothing they say. What we need to be paying attention to is police reports. And we're seeing a lack of police reports at this moment. On top of that, listen, ladies and gentlemen, see how orchestrated this is. Nobody even knows what kind of gun killed this man. You know why? Because the police didn't even tell you what shell casings was. We allowed the media to stand before us and tell us, oh, we couldn't find no shell cases. It was too much debris. We didn't know what was going on. They didn't even give us the shell cases. Because guess what? In numerous videos, we see an armed assailant right next to Quavo. Multiple videos that led up to this event. That led up to the death of this brother. And guess what? The police didn't even tell us what kind of gun so they can piece together and ask them, bring up that gentleman in for questioning who was armed. The guns are on camera. And so everything is the court of a public opinion. I dare Jay Prince tell us not to say anything when everything is based on a court of opinion, a court of public opinion at this point, because the police don't seem to be doing their job, and neither are the people who was at that party, at that private event. It's crazy how demonic and evil these individuals are. I've never seen such evil like this on a massive media scale where we can see what's going on. It goes on to say, and this damn sure shouldn't have been recorded, and this damn sure shouldn't be circulating across social media for friends and family to see. As I write this, I'm angry about the lack of love, respect we have for one another. As a race, which keeps bringing us back to the same tragic black on black killings, the same kind of music that y'all push, right? They're promoted. They say that Satan is the author of confusion. And right now, there are a lot of lies and false narratives being spread by media whores. I consider myself a man that is quick to listen and slow to speak. Therefore, to whoever is responsible for putting that bullet in my little nephew's head, let it be known that you can't hide behind me, besides me or anywhere near me, because I don't tolerate dumb-ish. So he's saying you can't hide behind him. If it was somebody from my camp, listen, if the police catch you, you shit out of luck. That's basically what he just said. If the police catch you, you can't hide behind me. I don't tolerate that, because y'all was sloppy. Y'all was messy. It should have never been recorded. Y'all didn't do this the right way. So if the police come through and y'all get caught, don't hide behind me. Don't throw my name up in it. That's basically how that translates. That's the way I took it, right? Don't hide behind me. But let me get this right. You the king of Texas, and you have the power to figure out who did it. You love this guy, this your nephew, but you haven't figured out who did it yet? That should be the conversation. If the police don't hurry up and figure it out, we're going to take to the streets. We're going to shake some people down and figure out who did this. We're going to bring forth whatever evidence. We're going to be in compliance with the police. We're going to be in compliance with everybody to bring this senseless crime to justice. That ain't what this man said. He said, if you get caught, basically, don't hide behind me. Don't hide behind me. I consider myself a man that's quick to listen and slow to speak. Therefore, whomever is responsible for putting the bullet in my little nephew's head, let it be known that you can't hide behind me, beside me, or anywhere near me, because I don't tolerate dumb-ish. I speak these words not knowing whose bullet is responsible for his death. With that being said, the root of this tragedy is foolish and has to be owned by the root. Owned by the fool, pardon me. I will sum this up by saying a gun in the hands of any human that closed his eyes to shoot and doesn't have the proper skills of operating that gun is dangerous. I believe that they're trying to spread a narrative to change gun laws in Texas. Because one of the so-called witnesses She said something about the gun laws in Texas. Now in his narrative, he's talking about people owning guns who don't know what they're doing with the guns. See, it's always some type of agenda. And we talking about Houston. We talking about Texas, baby. Everybody got gats in Texas. This looked like some left wing Democratic sort of propaganda to try to seize weapons like they always do. That's what it looked like to me. That's what it looked like to me. And you're supposed to be the king of Texas. You're supposed to know who pulled that trigger. Everybody should know. I would sum this up by saying a gun in the hands of any human that closes eyes to shoot and doesn't have the proper skills of operating that gun is dangerous, and the results usually end with innocent people who had nothing to do with the altercation being shot and killed. To the homies in Georgia and around the world that got love for Takeoff, like we know this, let's change the narrative in our culture by putting an end to every argument and disagreement resulting in violence. It's okay to live and let live. See another day. Rest in peace. Takeoff. People want to bring up the devil, bring up Satan as the author of confusion, and quote scriptures and all of these things when somebody perishes. But all the while, you're a record producer. You a record exec who signed artists that rap about doing the very same thing. You hypocrites, full of dead man's bones, a bunch of liars. And let's make this clear. A lot of the times when they don't find out who killed somebody within the first 48, you know, the Migos got a song called First 48. Get my Migos on the phone. It's about to go down in the first 48. That was actually one of my favorite Migos songs when that first dropped. First 48. If you don't find out who did it in the first 48, 9 times out of 10, that is not getting solved. That's just the truth, because soon as these things happen, the detectives are coming, people are kicking down doors. Within the first 48 hours, they do a total scourge. They're getting all the witnesses. They're getting everybody gathered. They haven't even told the media what kind of weapon was fired. They haven't even told us what kind of weapon was fired, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? I'm going to go to something else for y'all. Designer, the rapper, you know, Panda. He went on an emotional tangent. There was a lot of coded messages, if you can understand what the guy was saying, because he was crying, he was snot bubbles, the whole nine. But throughout this emotional tangent, he kind of gives some insight on things, if you could just make out what the brother's saying. Jay Prince, you can get YBN's chain back in 48 hours, but you don't even know who the shooter is within 72 hours. And now you want to shame and demonize people who actually trying to figure out what happened. People aren't media whores. They want to figure out what happened. And let's make this clear. Yes, people are going to make content. When the whole world is paying attention to a current event, people who make content are going to make content. They're going to have dialogue. It seems like a lot of you Negroes is against our freedom of speech too. It ain't just the red media. It ain't just the red media. No, it's a lot of you. It's a lot of you people who working for the red media who the Most High is going to destroy, by the way, because you working for them people. A lot of y'all don't like people to have a voice either. I already peeped y'all game. Y'all working for them people, man. Let me go to Designer, and I want y'all to hear this. And everybody pound the like button, because, man, this is just the absolute truth. Now I want you to listen to this guy and this emotional tangent that he went on.
I can't hold the thing. I can't even go quiet. I can't go closer. I can't call none of these niggas. Yo, the realm. Yo, realm.
He says, I can't call Takeoff. He says, I can't call Offset. I can't call Quavo. I can't call none of these ninjas. He's going off. In the beginning of his crying spat, he says, why did we do this? Why did we do this? Man, why did we do this? Who is we? Who is we? I tell you who the we is. The we is the industry. See, Designer know how to get down. He had one of the biggest singles in the world. He knows how the industry is. Why did we do this? I can't call Quavo or Offset. I can't call them ninjas. What's going on here? The whole industry know what's going on, but they can't say. So this dude is sitting here having a mental breakdown, right? Listen.
I can't hold the thing. I can't even go quiet. I can't go closer. I can't call none of these niggas. Yo, the realm. Yo, realm. I'm done. I can't live like this no more.
This is InstaSnap TV.
All right, this is an edited version of this. I need another version so you can hear him say everything that he said. Whoever did that edited that video because it was telling. So let me find the original. New
allegations about Walker's troubled past. A woman telling police that he had been having her house watched. Police once
They're always going to point the blame at content creators. And I'm going to tell you, Brothers in Truth are unveiling more than the police have unveiled. They don't seem real concerned about solving this murder.
Why? Why did we do this? Why did we do this? Why did we do it?
Why did we do this? Why did we do this? Why did we do this? Why did we do it? Who is we? Who is the we you think Designer's talking about? That inner circle. This is why he goes on to say, I don't want to rap no more. I don't want to rap no more. Because guess what? He might know that his blood sacrifice is coming up. Souls are required in this industry. If he don't give up his sacrifice, guess what? That he'll be next. He's connected to these brothers, but he said, I can't call Quavo. I can't call Offset. I can't call them ninjas. I wonder why. I wonder why you can't call them.
I swear, this shit ain't nothing. I swear to God, this shit ain't nothing. I'm done rap. Yo, to me, it's done. This version of me is done. It's done.
He points to his plaque. He says, this version of me is done. It's done. What version of him is he talking about? He's talking about the artist. He's talking about the guy who wants the plaques, the guy who's winning, the guy who's in the industry, the guy, he said, this version of me is done. Now, mind you, Takeoff and Designer were actually close. They were close. That's why he's breaking down like that. And he goes on to say, I can't call Quavo. I can't call Offset. Now, why wouldn't you be able to call them? Why wouldn't you call them ninjas? Because he don't trust them. He don't trust them. He know how grimy the game is. He knows he can't call them because it's grimy. And he knows if somebody died close to them like that, he knows exactly who did it. He can't call them and he can't call his boy that just lost his life. So he's having a mental breakdown because of this. He can't even call the ones that was closest to him. Imagine that. Because the first thing you will want to do is call the people that's closest to you. Closest to, like, for instance, if my best friend passes, the first thing I'm going to want to do is call his uncle, call his cousin. He said, I can't even call them ninjas. I wonder why.
It's done. wanted it, it's over.
Y'all took Takeoff, it's done. Y'all wanted it, it's over. Y'all took Takeoff, it's done. Y'all wanted it, it's over.
Y'all wanted it, it's over. Y'all wanted it, it's over. Y'all wanted it, it's over.
Y'all wanted fortune and fame. Y'all wanted the limelight. You wanted you wanted the glitz and the glamour. You wanted multi-platinum records. You wanted the whole world. You wanted everything that come with it. You wanted it, now it's over. It's over. It's over for everybody involved. Everybody involved. The Most High God's gonna pay y'all a visit. And if Quavo did what I think he did, the unthinkable, treason on his nephew, if he committed treason like I think he did, your nephew is gonna haunt you in your dreams. Your nephew is gonna haunt you in your dreams. When you look in the mirror, you gonna see your nephew. He gonna be standing right behind you. He gonna be pleading with you, asking why you set him in the line of fire. Was it all worth it? Was all of this worth it? I thought you loved me, huh? I thought this was Migos forever. I thought we was gonna do this forever.
Y'all wanted it, it's over. Y'all killed.
Y'all wanted it, it's over. Y'all killed Takeoff. He said, I can't, now listen to all of this. I can't call Offset. I can't call Quavo. Y'all wanted it, it's over. Y'all killed Takeoff. Who you think Designer's talking about? He's telling you. He's telling you. Designer is telling you who did it, allegedly.
That's my brother. Bro, I can't even hold the T. I can't even call Quay. I can't call Offset. I can't call none of these. Yo,
Why would he say I can't call?
around.
Why he say I can't call none of these ninjas? I can't call them. I can't call them? Why you can't call them? Why? Because you know that they lined your best friend up. You know that they lined up a guy that you was really in confines with, and you can't even believe they went ahead and went through with it. You can't even believe that they went through with it. Oh, I can see right through you. My discernment is on another level. Y'all can't play these games with me. I see y'all. The Most High is revealing the darkness in the industry right now. It's exposure season. Y'all think it's harvest season because y'all doing all these damn rituals. Nah, it's exposure season.
Yo, well. Yo, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I can't live like this no more.
He said, I can't live like this no more. What do he mean by he can't live like this no more? Everybody liked the video. How we got 2,000 plus people in here and we ain't even hit 1,000 likes. What are y'all doing? Everybody need to see this video. Everybody need to see this video. It's exposure season. He says, I can't continue to live like this no more. You know why he said that? He said he can't continue to live like this no more because he know what's required in the industry. He can't continue to rap. He can't continue to get on stages. He can't continue to do shows. He can't continue to do tours. He can't continue his lifestyle. He can't live like this no more because he knows what's required. They all know. And to a degree, listen, I don't really feel sorry for Takeoff. I don't. Because guess what? He know what the hell he was dealing with too. Takeoff knew what he was signing up for. When you playing, listen, when you playing in a den of thieves, there is no honor amongst thieves. There's no honor amongst these devils. I think that Takeoff was a little bit more pure than the rest of them. From every account of Takeoff, He's a brother that listened more than he talked. This was a humble brother. This was one of those brothers that you can go and talk to. So he had a sense of purity about himself. And guess what? That's what's required in the industry. That's what they feast off. Satan want the individual who's a little bit different. Satan want the individual who's a little bit more set apart. He want the individual that is kind of straddling the fence and has a fighting chance. He want to take them out before they be one of those whistleblowers, be one of those individuals who find out they Israel and leave out the industry. Like so many have. So many brothers who unplugged from the industry, if you peep, they all know they Israelites. Do you understand what I'm saying? They all know they Israelites. It ain't too many guys who decided that they were just Christian, Muslim, or whatever damn new age religion. It ain't too many of them who successfully escaped from the industry. It ain't too many of them who successfully escape. You know why? Because once you find out the biblical truth of who you are and you find out what's real, that Bible and them scriptures, once you get it, guess what? No force can stop you. No, nothing can stop you. We sit up here and watch Ye. Yeah, he lost billions of dollars, but he exposed the hierarchy. And guess what? Ye lived to tell about it. That man's still living. He lived to tell about it. I got personal friends that got out of the industry. They lived to tell about it. I listen, I put an olive branch out to you brothers in the industry who really want to get out, and you know the dark, sinister truth, you know the secrets, but you afraid because you took the oath of silence and they told you that'll take your tongue out. I'm telling you to reach out to me. I'm telling you to reach out like to brothers like me. Reach out to the Israelites. Get with the truth. Get with brothers who are going to protect you spiritually. I ain't talking about no physical army. I'm talking about on a spiritual level, you will have real men praying over you. And that's powerful. The fervent prayer of real men praying for you, hoping you can get out of that industry and save your soul and help save many other souls, because you've seen what happened. If you need somebody to come to, confess your faults and your sins to, listen, reach out to the brothers in the truth. We're going to help you get through this scenario. I'm telling you right now, the time is coming. The industry is falling. They bloodthirsty out there. They not taking no shorts, those sacrifices. If you want to keep getting in that industry, like Designer said, he said, I can't keep living this way. He already know what's coming. He know what's coming. Somebody said, I seen Rick Ross. Somebody said, big things start off in the spirit and manifest in the physical. Exactly. And we can combat that. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it ain't going to stop. Somebody said this repeated itself, and Takeoff and Quavo shared their vision with the world, making a messy making that messy video put a huge imprint on the music industry. It did, and it was very messy. That video is very telling. The end of the video is actually, the beginning of the video is actually the end of the video. Takeoff wakes up, don't know where the hell he's at. He said, bro, where you taking me, bro? Where have you taken me? I truly believe, without a shot of a doubt, that it was a sacrifice. I said this from the beginning. And the way that Jay Prince just moved, he's proven us right. He's proven us right. I'm going to tell you right now, man, everybody thumb the video up. We supposed to have 3,000 in the building already. Somebody said, bro, Minister Farrakhan was speaking the truth. Yeah, real talk. Let me see. Somebody said, I want to see a video from the family. Exactly. I want to know what kind of gun was shot, because we got numerous pictures of an assailant with a weapon. What needs to be happening is, what Jay Prince, pardon me, should have put out there is, listen, if y'all know anything, anybody who got this private invite, because remember, it was a private party. Anybody who know anything, I need y'all to come forth because we're not going for that. We want retribution. We want to know who pulled that trigger. I won't stand for this on my watch. Listen, anybody in that industry, don't deal with that Prince family ever again. Don't you deal with the Prince family ever again. You were supposed to feel safe in a private event. Why wasn't security patting everybody down? And when Jay Prince said that you can't hide behind me, beside me, or around me, that points to it being somebody on his end who actually was the gunman, the man who pulled the trigger. That points to somebody on his end who did it, who did the deed. But that does not expedite Quavo walking one direction, leaving his nephew behind, while he just said to this man's face, I'm about to leave before I hurt somebody. Quavo says, I'm about to leave before I hurt somebody. He walks the opposite direction of his nephew, walks right by the alleged shooter, walks right by him, but somehow, some way, in the other direction, take off his hit. Somebody said Ye lost billions in future assets. You can't miss what you can't see. Not actual money. Shout out to Ye, shout out to the Hebrew fam. Absolutely. Ye lived to tell about it. Y'all artists got to get out of it. See, the Most High is working. Right now, there's a great divide in the industry. There's a great divide going on where there's an uprising on one end. On the right-hand side, there's an uprising. On the left-hand side, these people are going full-fledged with the demonic activity. They going all the way in with it. They are going full-fledged, and they not taking no prisoners. I'm at the point where I believe that they will not figure out who pulled the trigger on this young man. And if they do, it's somebody who's paid to be the fall guy. Now, how is it that Jay Prince came forth? But I got to ask the question that everybody's asking right now. Where is Quavo? Where's Quavo? Where is he? Bro, where's Quavo? Rollo on the 7 Talk, thanks for the $6 contribution, says, we will see many more leave the industry and become independent. Otherwise, it's going to be crazy. Stay away from certain energy cities. It's finished, folks. Just stay away from the energy of the industry. What Designer just told us in this emotional rant was very telling. He can't call Offset. He can't call Quavo. I'm not even calling them. And then he goes on further to say they killed Takeoff. I can't keep living this way. That was my brother. This version of me is gone. They gave us just enough to believe the narrative. Quavo, I hope you're proud of yourself, bro. I hope you're proud of yourself. Y'all gonna be visited. The Most High is gonna deal with y'all. Don't get involved with this industry. Don't get involved with it, man. Don't get involved with that industry. I don't mean to say this industry. I ain't a part of it. I will have no parts of that industry. All you inspiring artists can make real music right here on all these platforms. Although, let's make it clear, there are entities that shadow ban real music. When my album drop, trust and believe, they're gonna shadow ban it because it's so powerful. The words that I'm bringing to life, they're gonna make sure it don't go viral. None of my songs ever go viral. I got one song that went viral. But after that, they make sure because they don't want the positive influence. They don't want the impact. Music is powerful, man. Music can generate wars. Music can cause love. Music can do a lot. Music can heal the land. Music can do different things. They're not having that. They're not having that. The music industry is treacherous. Now, y'all got to stay woke out here. Stay woke out here.
Shout out all over the central. It's what go up. Why? Why? Why do we do this? Why do we do this? Why do we do it? I swear, this shit ain't nothing. I swear to God, this shit ain't nothing. I'm done rap. I'm done rap. Yo, you hearing me? It's done. This version of me is done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. Let's take off, bro. It's done. Y'all wanted it. It's over. 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 Y'all killed it.
Y'all wanted it. It's over. The industry is over. It's all over. We at the end of times right now. Y'all wanted it. It's over. He can't call a cousin or the uncle. 72 hours into a polarizing rapper who arguably changed the whole sound of Atlanta, who arguably changed the whole sound of music itself. It's between Future and Takeoff. One of the most popular rap groups. We talking about, you can liken them to the Beatles. I believe that they sold more albums than the Beatles at one point. Yeah. You mean to tell me Jay Prince, this well-revered, he's probably a billionaire too, I don't know, but this well-revered artist can't find out who took out this famous rapper? But they all want to talk about how they love Takeoff. I loved him, man. That was my nephew. He was this, he was that, and the third. No, he had innocent blood. Not necessarily innocent, but it was good enough for Satan's kingdom. That's a crying shame. All while the awakening is taking place. Yes, I'm making these videos to cover this play-by-play, blow-by-blow on what's taking place, but don't get caught up in the distraction of the event. Understand what the solution is, because there's a method to what I'm doing over here. The solution is get into that word, man. Get into your Bible. Find out what the truth is. Find out what your identity is. Find out what those laws are in that book. Follow those laws, because they're going to have spiritual authority over you if you don't. It's time. It's our time. Ye, Kyrie Irving, they're being an example right now of how we should be carrying it against the industry. All your designers, listen, a start would be reaching out to your yays. If you don't want to reach out to brothers that are knowledgeable with the truth and been doing this for years and understand the spiritual realm, if you don't want to reach out to brothers like myself and others, then at the very least, reach out to Ye. Reach out to Kyrie. Reach out to your Ice Cubes. Reach out to those brothers, because, man, the game is crazy. They are really cracking down. All you content creators, keep doing what you're doing. Don't let none of these people intimidate us, call us media whores for sharing our thoughts, trying to actually do something to find out what happened to their brother. Don't let them make us back down. We're not scared of Jay Prince. Nobody is scared of any of y'all. Our only fear is the Most High. Let's make that clear. And if this message can ring in the hearts of people who trying to make a change in their life, then so be it. But don't be afraid. All of those are shaming tactics. Media whores, they saying this, that, and saying this, that, and the third. Shaming tactics. No, let's keep on. Listen, what's done in the dark got to come to the light. Surely what's done in the dark got to come to the light. Thanks for the $5 contribution, bro. I appreciate it. Says rap money, violence are intertwined now. Our young men are in a sad state. Real talk. Yo, thanks for the $2 contribution. I appreciate it. Said Ice Cube is who you go to. That's some good advice. Somebody said we must stand up, right? The time is now. Yeah, fear the Most High. Don't fear man that can kill the body. Don't fear man that can kill the body. Fear the Most High, who can take your body and your soul and send you to hell, man. That's who you fear, the one who can send you to hell and burn you for eternity. Somebody said, since it was a private event, everybody that was there, Jay Prince, knows. I don't know no one saying the way Jay Prince Jr. walked away from Takeoff after he died. He knows what's up. Yeah, Jay Prince Jr. stepped over Takeoff's body. In the footage, he stepped over the man's body. So what are we talking about? You don't know who did it when that man stepped over his body? That's crazy. Your son stepped over his body, but y'all don't know what happened. Nobody seen nothing. It's an oath of silence to the hierarchy to show that they could pull off what you call a high, it's a title for this. I'm gonna give it to y'all. Bear with me. A highly sophisticated hit. They're showing them, everybody being quiet and not saying nothing. They're showing that they can pull it off. That's a flex to the hierarchs. We talking about those who control and manipulate, the puppet masters. What people call the Illuminati, the secret society. They're showing that they can actually pull these off without nobody talking. That's a flex for Jay Prince. He'll be moving higher. He will be moving higher in the ranks, along with all the rest of them. And then listen, if y'all still think that we just some conspiracy theorists, if that's what you think, then you a lost damn cause. The men of Israel been speaking the truth for a long time now. We've been speaking this truth. Yeah, they saying something without saying it. Exactly. Somebody said the Illuminati doesn't like Jay Prince. If they don't like him, if they ain't like him then, they gonna like him now. If they didn't like him, they gonna like him now. They put together a private party. Just like I brought out in the last video, how Aaron Hall's ex-wife, she was invited to a Mother's Day event. She felt something wasn't right in her spirit. Her spirit was shooken up. There was some melee, some commotion that took place, some controlled opposition that took place. And she talked about how Tupac darted up and got her up out of there and say, look, nobody touch her, she family. Right after that scenario, did Aaron Hall not drop a music video called I Miss You? Or right before, I miss you, I'm talking to my baby. I miss you, yeah, yeah. You know what? You know how I know that song? Because my moms used to play it all the damn time, and I hated that song. I absolutely hated it. It made me, my mom's played that song so much, the shit made me nauseous when I would hear it as a child. I hated that. I still, to this day, it hurt to just sing it. Hate the damn song. With all my heart, always hated that song. It's awful, right? But he dropped a song, right? And in the video, the music video, guess what? He's rubbing the belly of his pregnant woman in the video. Y'all don't see this, how the industry get down? He's rubbing the belly of his pregnant woman, which give me enough evidence to say that maybe there's some validity to that story that that woman told. I don't think she was lying at all. I don't think she was lying at all, because that's how the industry do. Give you a music video first. It's called predictive programming. They want you to see it. That's how they communicate to the high ups. This is how they communicate to the billionaires who run in the corporations, who run in the labels. They put it in a video, and guess what? There's a lot of coded messages in these music videos. There's a lot of things that they're showing, and the powers that be know it's coming. There's no way that they haven't found out who done this yet. There's no way. There's no way possible. Somebody said Bone Thugs and Harmony forever and ever. Man, listen, they've been doing this forever. Eminem, Toy Soldiers. Yeah, Eminem, Toy Soldiers. The same damn thing happened. Like, how many times they're gonna keep repeating this? Did Proof not die in Eminem's song Toy Soldiers? In a similar manner, than he really died in real life. This is how they speak to the high ups. It's totally orchestrated. Somebody said that song was about Aaron Hall's wife who died suspect. No, his wife never died. She was supposed to be a sacrifice, allegedly. And she tells the whole story. Watch my last live stream, and you'll get the whole semantics on that. You'll understand how they staged events, how they invite you to a place, create some commotion with opposing sides, create some type of melee, and then what'll happen is they'll hit, while all the chaos is breaking free, they'll hit the intended target. They'll hit the intended target, but they can make it look messy. You get it? They can make it look messy. They can make it look like it was a freak accident. Nobody, listen, this is how a lot of killers get down. They do it in a way where they can get away with it. They're not trying to get caught, right? Yep, somebody said just like gang stalking, street theater, right? And they'll try to, like, a lot of times they try to anticipate your reaction. In those situations, they anticipating your reaction. Even with gang stalking, when you step out your door and people are doing little weird things, what it's designed to do is anticipate how you're going to react so they can counter react. So even these agencies do this with the people. That's why I tell people to stay calm in those situations. When you know those demons are working through people, it's good to stay calm. Unfortunately, as calm as the brother Takeoff was, didn't matter how calm he was. The Grim Reaper, still came to collect. The same Grim Reaper that said R.I.P. in the Messi video came to collect. There wasn't nothing he can do about it. He probably had ample warnings before he went to that party. We all know something ain't right. Thanks for the $5 contribution, says King Von, Dolph, Mo3, Takeoff, all killed in the month of November. I think it's a distraction besides a sacrifice. On top of all of that, Takeoff went solo. Right, real talk. It is a distraction. They want us to be distracted from the awakening. Jill Tate, thank you for the 20. They want us to be distracted from the awakening, but they never thought that a brother like myself would keep the awakening along with it. They never thought about it, that there's gonna be certain brothers that point us back to the right direction. Like, hold up, our people are waking up. We the nation of Israel, the Bible speak of. Hold up, the reason why the industry is pushing so hard with all these distractions is because we know behind the scenes, digital currency is being implemented. The big transfer of wealth is going on. The death of fiat and the birth of digital currency is going on. Like, listen, they trying to throw that all out while certain laws are being passed. Matter of fact, there's been a huge gas shortage that nobody's talking about. There's a huge gas shortage right now that nobody's talking about. There's all kind of laws being passed. But guess what? Now that I got your attention, right? Now that I got your attention, we got to start mobilizing. We got to start educating ourselves because they're trying to break down information. We got to get it while the getting's good, swing while the iron's hot, and start to get all of the literature that we can get before they start Fahrenheit 451 in us and getting rid of all of the knowledge. Because that's what the Kyrie Irving situation is about. Making it seem as if the American people ain't smart enough to read certain books and literature and take that information and use it. That's what it's all about. We can read whatever book we want to read. Let's do it while we still can, because in the future, they're going to try to shut down Borders Bookstore, Amazon, and people, believe it or not, Amazon just tanked. They just tanked right after the Kyrie Irving situation. Real suspicious, right? Not saying they totally tanked, but some numbers then went down and some things that took place behind the scenes, because listen, the enemy is trying everything they can do to stop this awakening. That's what's happening. Even if that means they shut down a whole, listen, these people, these devils are so frustrated. They will shut down a whole damn Amazon platform if they don't take certain books down. They don't want us having access to information and knowledge. And we got 3,000 people in here, man. We should have 3,000 likes, man. Thumb the video up. Somebody said New Breed is absolutely correct. It's distractions. Real talk. But we can't lose sight of the mission. Like I said in the last stream, it's time to get on code and stay on code. Somebody said 3.6 thousand people watching and only 400. No, it's more. It's 1,500 likes, but we needed at least 2,000-3,000, man. Man, let's drive the algorithm crazy right now, because people want actual information. People want to actually know what's going on. And listen, check this out. We can keep the momentum up in the chat. Is there any more videos that's exposing this? We can throw them up right now. We can go to them right now from right here. If y'all see something going on that's telling with this situation, but it got to be related to this situation, but not the video itself. I don't want the video itself. Somebody said, yes, the book and movie H2N is $40 on Amazon, but paid for it and sure watched it. Right. See? And I'm not saying I agree with everything in the book. I seen the documentary. I don't have to agree with everything in it. Same thing Kyrie Irving was saying. We don't have to agree on everything. But it's a very revealing book. It's a very revealing documentary, rather. And it's worth the watch. People can disseminate the information however they want. Somebody said, Kanye or Wolf people can't be calling black rappers dumb, a genius. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Matter of fact, I'm timing you out because you're just making blanketed statements. The man lost billions of dollars. Yup. Somebody said, I'll be sending you some stuff, bruh. Real talk. Somebody said, take off 1/3 of the 2/3. Wow. Man, I never even thought of it like that. He just said, takeoff was 1/3 of the 2/3, making it as if they aiming at the 1/3. Man, that's symbolic right there. Takeoff was 1/3 of the Migos. They took him out to show that the 1/3 of us is the enemy. Those who have the enlightenment. Those who can see. Those who can decipher. Those the Most High God is speaking to have become the enemy. And it ain't just the enemy from the so-called powers that be. Even our own people look at us as enemies, bro. Them 2/3 look at us as enemies. That's symbolic to show it's them versus us. That's why you got Jay Prince calling us media whores, because the Most High gave us a mic. The Most High gave us this mic to speak. I dare you. What's done in the dark coming to the light, and y'all hate it. Our presence make y'all tremble. Every time we push that live button, they like, oh man. Oh my, here come Judah. Oh my, here come Judah. About to bring that truth for it. Call us out on our BS. Listen, if you an individual on social media that is bumping shoulders with certain celebrities and all of these things, listen, I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. And I hope that you decide that you can do this on your own. You don't need the approval or the acceptance. You don't need to be within that inner in crowd, because the higher you rise up, the closer you get to superstardom and fame, the more you bump shoulders with them individuals, the more you lose yourself. And trust and believe, we all think we got a strong enough mind to survive everything. Every single artist that got into that industry believed that they had the genius, that they had the mind, that they had the spirit and soul to overcome all the evil through it because they just that solid. And it corrupts them all the time. It either takes their life or they just they change. They go through a metamorphosis. They lose control. The walking spirits get a hold of them. Even if you're not participating in the rituals, just being in the atmosphere, just being in the atmosphere alone, it really takes a toll on y'all, man. It really begins to take a toll on you. Yeah, real talk. Yeah, man, let's get it to 2,000 likes. Somebody said that in Takeoff was laid back, whereas Quavo and Offset stayed in the media. So the Harvest, most energy, they offered Takeoff because he was so laid back and people are shocked over the news. Exactly. Like, I'm gonna explain how this works, especially with groups. I have a friend, Woodrow, former member of Drew Hill. He go by the name of Yaquad 410 on YouTube. Go subscribe to that brother. That's one of my closest colleagues, man. That's a brother that's family, right? I sit here and watch his former group go on unsung, try to pull his energy back into that industry, try to summon the brother, try to gaslight him, try to go at this brother. I sat here and watched this as it was happening, right? I watched them go on a Breakfast Club. I watched these brothers slander this guy, all trying to get his attention, just all trying to get his attention, trying to get him to, get back involved with the group. Come on, man, come on unsung with us. Come on, man, come to this concert, man. Come on, man, we want to do a reunion, man. My brother wasn't having it. You know why? Because he already knew that he was the spiritual authority of the group and that they would feed off of him because he always knew that he was different. When he came into the truth, even when he would go out in public and he would be with the group, people in the industry would say, yo, bro, I see why these cats right here are doing what they doing, but you seem like you don't really belong here, bro. Seem like you don't really belong here. But guess what? That brother came into the truth and got out of there. Who's to say what would have happened to that man if he didn't come into this truth? That's why I say, man, you can reach out to brothers who've been there and done that. This man has sold millions of records. He done been and traveled the world. My man Woodrow done been around all these people, bro. He know how it works. So that's why I tell people, reach out to the brethren, man. We gonna help you get through this. You don't got, listen, this system is collapsing anyway. Stop trying to hold on to something that's uncertain. The fame and the fortune is uncertain. Typically, there's no second generational wealth involved in it anyway, because them record execs take it all. Yeah. Somebody said, it's true, it becomes a game of social chess when your soul is stronger than the group. Exactly. Man, I could not have worded it no better. It becomes social chess because you get to a point where you feel like you don't belong. You're not really with all of the things that's going on. Your spirit is calling out, which points to the Takeoff situation because think about it. Think about what happened, y'all. Offset got with Cardi B. Offset is very popular because of this. Cardi B is arguably the biggest rapper right now in the world. Cardi B is. She got all the attention on her, all the limelight. Offset and Takeoff could have, and I'm speculating at this point, they could have seen some differences because that put them in a different bracket. Offset getting with Cardi B. And maybe neither one of them was feeling that. And Quavo is used to being the HNIC. He used to be in the damn Beyonce of the group. Maybe he said, you know what, it's best if we part ways. And guess what? Ever since then, he kept Takeoff with him everywhere he went. He kept Takeoff with him every single where he went. Because that's what they do. They keep a close confide on you. They keep a close grip on you. I believe they both knew what was going to take place. They both knew what was going to happen. Yeah, somebody said, man, we building a day 100. Somebody said, groups just split too. Very strange timing. What were they doing in Houston? Real talk. Why were they the first guests? Why were they the first guests on Drink Champs right after Ye did a video, did a live that was taken down immediately? It was so pivotal and powerful, social media couldn't even handle it. Why were they the first ones to do a show with Nori right after that? While the whole world was watching Drink Champs, they were the first ones up. And peep this, during that event, during that show at Drink Champs, hopefully y'all can still hear me. They doing a noise campaign on me. During that show, guess what took place? Takeoff said out of his own mouth, don't give me my flowers when I'm dead. He said, this album right here, this the one. Takeoff goes on to say, I put my all into this because this is my time now. That's what he said on the Drink Champs interview. He said, don't give me my flowers when I'm gone. The brother has signs, man. Watch the Drink Champs interview. He said that. And now you got everybody who didn't even know him sending their condolences. And then you got people who did know him who showing fake love like Jay Prince. Talking about you love this brother. He's your nephew. He's your son. He's this, that, and the third. But you can't even find out who pulled the trigger. He said, don't give me my flowers when I'm gone. And peep this, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know that Takeoff gained 1 million followers after he died? First of all, do y'all see what's wrong with that? The man gained 1 million followers after he died. What the hell y'all think? The ghost of Takeoff gonna be making posts? Just to show you how retarded and weird people are. He gained 1 million followers after he died. I don't understand people, bro. But this is what they do. And that's why I say the same thing. Don't give me my flowers when I'm dead. Share my content, like my content. If you appreciate my work, give me my flowers while I'm alive. Show me my respect while I'm breathing, while I'm living. I shouldn't have to beg for thumbs up, because if this truth cost me my life, everybody gonna watch. I'm gonna have 1 million subscribers. That's how retarded people are, bro. Somebody said New Breed looks like a UN Crip. Let me make this clear. The reason why I know that it's possible to get out of tough situations, that when you take oaths with darkness, how you can get out of it, because at one time I did entertain gangbanging back in the day, back in Baltimore, Emerson Village, Park Heights. When I went to Job Corps down in Woodstock, I entertained all that stuff. I done been there and done all of that. And I was told that if I wanted to get out of this gang, that I was going to die. That's what I was told. That was 20-something odd years ago. I was told that, but I'm still here. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm serving the Creator, serving the Most High. And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying like that. You can get out of that lifestyle. You can get away from that. Man, pound that like button, man. Let's get 4,000 in the building, man. Stop playing. Let's get 4,000 in the building. Still no news on his death. I'm just looking this up live to find out if there has been any more information that's brought forth. Nothing. Still nothing. No new evidence. We don't know what gun took this man out. Nothing. Searches continue. Man, it's a cold, cold world. You can't trust a soul. You can't trust a soul. Y'all seen the messy video. Takeoff walks in a room while Quavo is in the bed with the lady in red. Quavo in bed with the lady in red. He's in bed with the devil, pretty much. In the video, the bed is shaking, symbolizing possession. He got a gun and a contract. He got a gun and a contract laying on the bed. Takeoff walks in the room, look at him like, yo, what the hell's going on? I'm telling you, bro. 1 Corinthians 10 and 20. I imply that what pagans sacrifice, they offer to demons and not to God. I do not want you to be participants with demons. Exactly. And that whole industry is ran by demons. Y'all took in the ways of the pagans, all for fortune and fame, all to serve your master. Yeah, the video explains it very well. Then he goes up in an elevator. I mean, the man goes, Quavo goes up in the elevator with, at the bottom, it says camera 3. You know, he supposedly died on the 3rd floor. It says camera 3, and right next to it, it has the time of death. 2:39. It has camera 3, 2:39 right on the video. I mean, the execution was perfect for a messy hit. They executed it. Yeah, go watch the video. I did a breakdown on New Breed Music. Me and Josh Sonny, I believe it was I don't want to say the brother's name wrong, but just y'all go watch. He gives his info in the video. And Rollo was in the video as well. We broke down the whole entire video. And the song is named Messy. This ain't been nothing short of messy. Yep. Somebody said Breed Takeoff wasn't in on it. Well, of course Takeoff wasn't in on it because his life was claimed. And we're very close to hitting 4K. Let's get it. All we got to do is get the likes up. Romans 9 and 29. And as Isaiah said before, except the Lord of Sabbath have left us a seed, we have been as Sodom and been made like unto Gomorrah. Yeah, this place is like Sodom and Gomorrah, and the Most High God is going to judge it. Somebody said the messy song is 3:33 and 3 minutes and 33 seconds long. That sounds Masonic to me. That's how the Masons operate, high levels of numerology. Yep, somebody said, friends be your worst enemies. Yeah, it be your own family. Your own family will do it to you, man. They'll take you out. Somebody said HPD has information, they're not releasing it until they have their ducks in a row, rightfully so. Listen. That can't be farther from the truth. For the person who just said what they said, peep this. I want you to use logic for a second. The video shows a person who's armed. You can zoom in and see the gun. You can't specifically see what type of gun it is. They haven't told you what shell casings it was. Normally in these type of situations, what would happen is they would say, we're looking for this specific type of gun. They would know what type of gun it is. And the reason why shell casings are so important and why they're supposed to tell us is because the evidence shows it in the video. And whoever owns that gun, that shows you who your shooter is. That's direct evidence. that actually brings the person to the light who did it. So this to me, looking at this on the outside looking in, this screams cover up. And I think everybody's in on it. I think it was a ritual. I think they're told about these sacrifices. And what it looks like is the industry, the Illuminati, whoever's behind it, they're more powerful than local law enforcement. They're way more powerful than local law enforcement. Look, you can look at, research this. In every other case, listen, it was the shots were fired. When the news play, the shots were fired from a 9mm. The shots were fired from a revolver. The shots were fired from a .352 handgun, blah, blah, blah. And then if you know why they didn't do that? And they said on the news, oh, we didn't really see no shell casings. Nobody demanded what gun it was fired from, because guess what? We have evidence of the gun. You can zoom in and see that there was people armed at this party. There were people armed. So if the same gun is on the video, that the shell casings match, and case closed. Do you understand that's case closed? You can pinpoint the shooter right then and there. It's easy. Case closed. They're not trying to figure out who off that boy, man. They're not trying to find out who took that man out, man. It's been 72 hours. You got to use common sense. Somebody said Takeoff even made a song unknowingly telling his fate and how people close to you will change for fame. Wow. Truth Rises, thank you for the 10, says, I need an orchestra to orchestrate the thoughts that I formulate. New Breed, stay on their necks, King. All praises. See, she know that song right there. All praises. And y'all subscribe to New Breed Music and Motivation. Follow me on Patreon, because you never know where my content gonna end up, because I got a lot of enemies speaking the real, man. We all have a lot of enemies who putting the word out there. Somebody says sharpshooter from a distance, first shot's muzzle, headshot. Right, it definitely sounded like they put a potato on that gun too. Which, if you listen to the shots in the video, it sounded like they put a potato on a silencer. It sounded like there was a silencer on that gun. That didn't sound like ordinary gunshots. And if it was a silencer on the gun, guess what? Guess what that means? Let me see if y'all listening. Go listen to the video. Tell me it don't sound like a silencer. Them gunshots wasn't loud at all. That means it was premeditated. Do I need to work for HPD? Oh, trust me, I worked in the firearm industry. I know a silencer when I hear one. That gun was a silencer. There was something on that gun. That would make it premeditated. Yeah, but this dude told me some, yeah, mob ties. Y'all remember when somebody was beefing with Drake and Jay Prince did the video? And the video was like this. Yeah, he was playing some rap music behind it. Yeah, mob ties. If anybody put a finger on light-skinned Poppy, then it's gonna be consequences and repercussions. See this boy Drake, he with me. Mob ties. Playing some gangster music in the background, mob ties. Anybody come to Texas and you heard family, cause you know it's family over here. Mob ties. But take off your nephew and your son and a loved one. But all you can say is, don't hide behind me when you Negroes get caught. Don't you hide behind me. If it go down, you know what I'm saying? Don't hide behind me. This senseless black on black crime, we ain't got nothing to do with that. That's some senseless black on black crime. And we're tired of it. The devil is a liar. He's the author of confusion. And this, we got to stop this senseless violence. But when Drake signed on to have some protection so he can make moves, mob ties. Don't nobody lay a finger on Drake's good hair. Mob ties. Drake is with us. Drake is Texas. If Drake come around, don't touch Drake. Here you go, Mob Ties. YBN. Y'all remember the chain video? Yo, you can't make these people up, bro. Y'all some simulations, bro. Y'all people in the industry, y'all are something else to me. Y'all remember with the chain situation? Anybody that got that young boy chain, I'm giving you 48 hours. Cause that chain there, that chain that YBN had, see, that's Rap-A-Lot chain. Mob ties. Yeah, those are mob ties. Don't nobody touch that chain. But let me get this right. Takeoff get killed at your son's private party. Your son step over his body. He gets shot in close confines of a bunch of other people. It's caught on video, and you don't know nothing. But you tied, you connected. Mob ties. The industry is a damn joke. And we're real close, man. Pound that like button. Let's get it. Let's get the 4,000 in here. Says your favorite Migos songs is the first 48, so you listen to gangster rap but attack Jay Prince for selling it. What's your accountability? Well, the thing is, I'm a grown-ass man, and what I said to you was when it first came out, first 48 came out a long time ago. And on top of that, I'm a man who knows how to decipher information. There's a time and place for everything. Why don't you go try that with those religious folks? Try that with the religious folks. Because guess what? When I'm exercising, working out, I'm going to listen to whatever the fuck I want to listen to. But do you see me out here pulling drive-bys on people? No. You see how somebody's trying to say, oh, since you listen to that song, listen. I listen to a lot of music. I listen to everything. But the bottom line is in hip-hop, there needs to be some balance. There needs to be balance in hip-hop. If you're going to have this gangster rap, this warrior music, at the very least, let the conscious rap come forth so people can make a decision on what's more powerful. Yeah, when Takeoff first came out, you know what my favorite Takeoff song was? You want to know what it was? Takeoff, Takeoff, Takeoff. Who they want? Takeoff, Takeoff, Takeoff. Who they need? Who they about their life? Takeoff, Takeoff. Who they? Takeoff, Takeoff. Yeah. Who they want? Takeoff, Takeoff. Who they need? That joint used to rock. Yeah, I used to play that song. It's a good song. Y'all too religious. I'm not religious. But guess what? Guess what the issue is? The record execs shouldn't be lining these people up for failure. They shouldn't be lining them up for failure. If you're going to make your music, do it on your own. At the very least, you want to put your music out, do it on your own. Don't be under the umbrella of these people. Somebody said, tell them, Breed. Man, I mean, real talk. Gonna come in here, how could you judge Jay Prince for doing? Listen, don't play those games with me. I already know how y'all like to do. Somebody said, if we unfollow them, they will have no power, none of it. Yup, real talk, that's true. Somebody said, Somebody said, trap was fire. Somebody said, stop letting celebrities raise your children. Yeah, exactly. And that's the issue, man. A lot of this music is affecting children. I'm a grown man. I can disseminate information. I can take the meat, spit out the bones. I can listen to songs and get what I get from it. But children, these young teenagers that's pulling triggers out here, they can't do the same. Yep, real talk, man. Yeah, I miss old school music too, man. But hopefully y'all learn from this, man, and understand that this world is a stage. The industry They put these type of things out all the time, man. Y'all got to stay fervent in prayer, stay in this truth, man. Don't be overly religious. We're not doing all of that. But let me put this out here. The awakening is real. The awakening is real. We the children of Israel. It's time that we take our gifts and talents and we use them for ourselves. It's time that we take our knowledge, our understanding, and we start building our own conglomerates and our own businesses. It's time that you brothers and sisters detach from that wicked satanic industry, because there ain't no love there. You can't trust nobody there. Anyway, hopefully y'all got the understanding from this video. Y'all thumb the video up, share it everywhere. If you're not subscribed, mash that subscribe button. Turn all y'all post notifications on so y'all can get these videos as they being uploaded, because I know a lot of y'all tired of getting in here at the tail end of the video. Make sure your notification bell is on. Anyway, all praises to the Most High God for giving us revelation and showing what's going on. I love each and every one of y'all. Y'all stay safe out here. Shalom. Peace.